One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Rentschler Field in East Hartford, home to the UConn Huskies. As we'll see, a squad from the American, a group with a lot to prove here today. Squaring off with another team from the American, the UConn Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the UConn Huskies offense will come out first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys...
Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. UConn quick to the line. Guys, for just a second, let's talk about UConn. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with the commitment from a three-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away, and if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this three-star the ball.
Lofts one high and deep. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. UConn will have to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. But, Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one.
Wide open on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pickup of 5, and they'll move the sticks. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Here's the handoff. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing.
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option, the give. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll take it in for a touchdown.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UConn going back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. UConn quick to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Quick strike complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Off the boot, looking for his man. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. To the air. It's Carr. Hauls it in. Gets away from one. He's got space. Flying down the left side. No one's going to get him. Touchdown. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. The UConn offense goes back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensive.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
The Huskies want to crank the tempo. To the air on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. UConn will have to punt it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They'll go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. To the air, it's Carr. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And they get him down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it in.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage. And I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The give to the back. What a cut. Now he's loose. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball. Big
slams into the line and through for a touchdown.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 4 over Rutgers. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. UConn quick to the line.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Lanning. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Huskies line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And here comes the punt team. Secures it at the 30. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And now the offense will come onto the field again. And we talked about this guy from the beginning, and so far he has not disappointed behind center. He's guided his offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Right on the money. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give on the option. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. He has 89 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. There he goes. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment beat. Dang, you talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. UConn going back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. Out of the gun, the inside give. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. And they're not on the same page there.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. From the gun, the ground game. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? Motion from the wide receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
How How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Fires left. This one's complete. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. They're going to run it. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. They want to get this defense on its heels. Gives it on the option. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella. Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give out of the gun. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third down, he drops the throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. UConn will have to punt it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Back to pass, it's Carr. Makes the grab.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Unloads it downfield. Pulls it in on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. And it's in there for a touchdown.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like we just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Lanning. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. UConn quick to the line. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. Still running at the 40. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He needed a little late boost from the crossbar, but he gets it to go through. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford.
UConn has it teed up to start this 2nd half. And here's the return. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Quarterback keeps it. And the ball's loose in the backfield. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. They'll get... put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Huskies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Smith wants to throw. He's got an open man. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Now on second down. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Under fire. Makes the catch. Breaks into the open. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll take it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Off play action on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Give to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. To the ground, he's got it again. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. From the gun to give, looking for room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Gives it on the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking for room, it's Rivero. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a hit. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He'll do it himself. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team. UConn will have to punt it away. Now on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Give to the running back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Dropping back, it's Washington. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the 4th quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
He's in for the score. Touchdown. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UConn going back to work on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Holden finds his man on the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. A first down for the offense. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Grab behind the line. It's good. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future.
There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. UConn is now threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. They'll run the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Rushes on him. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on this one. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with